Almost overnight.
They found they
put... the police are here. They want all those vehicles moved.
What? Oh, that's interesting.
What police?
The police?
Police are here.
Oh, God.
Northampton. You guys are all parked on my property.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Didn't he make a...
No, they're waiting. Everybody's waiting there for you.
Okay, well maybe I'll...
I want to be arrested.
See? It is private property, I told you.
Chris will know who this is. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Those gates are there to protect the farmers and their beetle here. There's only 4 people that are allowed here.
That's what we're here with.
He is allowed. He's the only one allowed here.
He wasn't the man on the boat.
There's me, the police, the fire, and him. That's it.
This is our conflict in our neighborhood.
Why not?
Well, it's a really, you get to kind of get a feel for how it is around here.
Well, it seems like a...
All right, well, time to go.
Yeah, well, you know, it is. I do have a lot of things I have to do today, so.
Oh, well, Chris should have known.
Well, this is exciting.
This is, you know, this is a real common problem for the farmers that are down here. That's, you know.
Now, they want the cars out of there.
Let's go.
They're going to be towed. Calm down, Lou. We're going to do it. Sounds like you want the cars out.
Andiamo. So, who else is with us? Joel.
But it's my property at the same time as the easement for some of this also controlled by your family. Who is that, Chris? He's the gentleman whose property you talked about. Yeah, but what's his name? Close Plaza.
It's Charlie. Sorry, you had Charlie. Yeah.
Oh, yes, Farmer, that's your neighbor?
On that land, Farmer, that's your neighbor? Yeah. Well, sorry about that. Is he the one that has a gentleman's agreement to plant all his fields by Shelter Field for no money with the city? That's nice to know. Are you going to show us something?
Well, yeah, you know, we can visit a different site, but we can talk on the way out.
Yeah, he has a gentleman's agreement to farm.
It's funny, it's a strong reaction.
Yeah, well, I understand private property,
but this is one of those curious things. How many times has a group of people come down here?
I think it's...
And he should also, if he wants to, he should cut the grass on this stupid farm.
I've never experienced this before.
Clearly. Clearly.
Yeah. Well,
it's nice to know.
It does march out.
This is Peter and Raymond.
And they come over in one car.
Yeah. I don't know which fly it was. But...
But actually, there's a lot of homeless people down here.
It's a good thing we didn't really need the police or they wouldn't have been around.
Pretty upset.
Yes.
And that's bad too, or?
No, well, no, but that's one people are worried about.
It can be pretty invasive. It's taking over my backyard.
Here's an elm.
Yeah.
Look at that. You know what's really nice about that? Look at how asymmetric the leaf base is.
So this is the same elm that was devastated by Dutch elm disease?
Yeah, this American elm.
American elm, yes. But you know, I've understood from what people have told me is that they, after they get maybe 10 or 12 years old, they all die. They don't ever get to be adults.
I was just talking to this researcher the other day, and there seems to be a group of American elm that are
now going beyond that.
Yep.
Well, that's good news.
You really see that.
The underside
Here's
of the
another
leaves
baby
is
elm.
quite silvery. And you mean about...
Oh, come on another one with me?
Well, just go to Mount Tom or something.
You're not recording this, are you?
Pardon me?
You recording this?
Sure.
I'm one of the drivers. Is it possible just to do the drivers?
Nope.
I disagree.
Is it possible to what?
Just do the drivers.
10, 15 years then.
16.
16. I wave, I smile, I say hi. I know.
1203.
I know it because it's you all the way. Yes.
Me and my friend.
Yep. Right.
Maria, can I just have that? I need
Yeah,
to...
this was never sent around that I got it, Angela, and I would have been somebody who got it.
Oh, wow. Well, it's not good. You're upset, and you're right. You're doing your thing down here, and liability concerns, a large group, and I should have talked to you.
Right here?
No, you're not. Yeah, well, no. I don't think it's that much.
You're pissed off, so that's damn.
Well, yeah, because I only see you. I only see you. I know probably you.
You want everybody's
It's just capturing the activity.
This place is
Yeah,
amazing.
I just need just a few more minutes.
For your beetle. That's what those gates are for. It's a dual purpose for the farmers.
Keeping vehicles off of here and whatnot.
That's what the gates are there for. To keep vehicles out. They're not up there for
If I
work.
come back
You know, they're just to
within
keep
2
your
years,
vehicles off.
I'll be arrested. I don't know. Yeah, I guess so. It's fine.
What's your current address?
Association, which was co-sponsoring this event with Miss Laurie Sanders. We did try to make a call to Laurie Sanders. We didn't get a return call.
Actually, she did.
Oh, she did. I'm
Are
sorry.
you Nate?
Excuse me.
Are you Nate?
I'm Matt.
Oh. Okay. Yes, I called you.
I got your message last night. I got very sick yesterday, and I ended up having to leave work and slept all day, so I apologize.
Okay.
But that was my intent, was to have call you
great.
and have a civil conversation with you.
Yes, of course.
So
But-
we did, I feel, we tried due diligence. We just found out about this event by chance, actually, and it's private property. So we're not here to try to make anybody's life miserable, but the farmers have come together and we are trying to get the message across that this is private property. This is not for people to come down here and trade, not that you were doing this, but to come through the lands and walk on the crops. You guys are respectful, but some people aren't. Believe me, we see ATVs, we see people down here walking their dogs and they're defecating in the farmers' fields. We can't have that anymore. That's not okay. So I'm sorry that the proper channels weren't gone through. I'm the president of the Farmers Association. Matt was previously the president. We're a group that has just come together and decided that we're going to stand up for our property rights, and we're going to try to educate folks about private property and agricultural land. So maybe events like this would have been okay. That I don't know. It would have had to go before the farmers. There would have had to been a lot more communication. I'm sorry that the Ward 3 Neighborhood Association didn't communicate with you all. I did send a letter to them 2 days ago when I found out about the event. Obviously it was not communicated to even board members. So I'm sorry about that. But I think that for today, I believe that you guys had nothing, you had no idea, so I think we'll just verbally tell you this is private property. Accessing it through Harold's garage gate, unless you have permission from Harold, and I just met with Harold, and he told me unless I specifically give someone permission, such as you, he doesn't want people walking through. It's a liability. We're landowners, and if someone gets hurt on our property, it's our fault. We are the ones that have to bear the burden. So we're just standing up for our rights. That's simple as that. So I think if we're all of the common understanding that this is how you understand that, and that perhaps should another event like this be necessary in the future, you either communicate with the farmers or you access Rainbow Beach publicly through the water, which everyone can do.
Will it be posted? It'll be posted?
Well, this property, in all fairness, is posted up here, and it's also posted over at the gate that you went through. It's private property. It's pretty crystal clear, and I'm sorry if you didn't see the signs. The farmers are working right now to come up with a plan to get some signs so that the public is a little bit more educated about what are private roads out here and what are public. Some of the roads leading to here are private, and you can't be on them unless you have permission. They're farm roads. They're not public roads. So we're working to try to help people, but we've had such a problem down in these meadows in the last year that we had to put our foot down. And we've had people killed out here, and the farmers have been sued.
Angela, I want to say two things. Okay, so I'm Maria Tomasco. I was the counselor for Ward 3 for 8 years until 2003, and then Angela's been counselor.
I was the city councilor.
Okay, so thank you for the warning. I think that people appreciate this. This was not at all an intent to be disrespectful.
I see that. I really do.
And I want to make it clear, I am not a board member of the Ward 3 Neighborhoods Association. I am a board member of the Meadows City Conservation Coalition. And so anyway, I'm sorry everybody got upset, all of us, all of you, but that this was not intentional.
I get that, and I'm sorry again for the confusion, but if we don't come down here and approach you, then all the warnings that we send, everything that we do means nothing, and we have to get the message across that this is it. I mean,
I think everybody thought that it had been cleared. And so
I'm sorry that
in the future, there will be a lot more care about making sure that everybody's on board.
That's great. That's all we ask.
Thank you for explaining.
No, it's all we ask. And I'm really sorry to interrupt your trip, but again, the farmers contacted me. The landowner contacted me and said, I do not want people on my property. As the president of the Farmers Association, I have to bring that message forward.
So we're not allowed even to walk here?
That you'd have to get permission from the landowner.
Okay. From Joe.
So
it's really off limits to everything.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for explaining.
Is there like a map that's online that lays out what?
We're working on that now.
Would be
That's
helpful.
actually, we've asked the city to cooperate with us, and the police department's been working to try to get what's called an overlay map so that we can see what properties are private and what properties are public. We're not there yet. It's actually a really big project because it entails making sure some of these property lines are so askew that we got to actually go back to the basics and figure out where Matt's property line is. This is Matt's property. Where my property line is. You're over there, right?
Yeah.
So it just takes a lot of work, and we're working on that. It's actually, we had a board meeting recently, and that was one of the top agenda items. So.
Well, I'm Laurie, and we tried to communicate unsuccessfully. I really regret this because I appreciate the message, but I think if you're looking at a constituency to support what you want and what these folks want, what we all want, we're all allies here, So
well,
you're talking to anyway. So I mean, anyway. So I mean. I get it because you go on the other side and it's a disaster over there.
It is.
But
so
one of our concerns is when we saw the Ward 3 Association as a co-sponsor of this event, and they are very much at odds with what the Northampton Meadows Agricultural Association wants down here.
I don't think they should have been. I don't understand how they appropriated this.
I don't either.
Well, here's the email. So
that was just I don't think. Okay, I'll help with that. We had. These folks are the ones who signed up, and so they asked, should we send it out on listserv? So that's how it got out. It wasn't endorsed by Ward 3. It was just a shared.
At all. I think just because it was relevant to Ward 3, we used the listserv. Isn't that right, Rich?
Well, anyway, so I regret all of this happened. I regret it for those people in the Neighborhood Association. So I'm not sure.
Well, when it's on their website and it's on the city councilor's web page,
I can understand.
Maybe it's not. Maybe that was confusion, but if it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck.
But the email came from Fred at Ward 3.
It did come from Fred at Ward 3. It's right here. I do have the email.
But I think you guys should just be clear. They didn't sponsor.
Okay. Well, that's fine. They didn't. So duly noted. They didn't sponsor, but the message is still the same.
Yeah.
Still the same message.
Okay. So anyway, thank you.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you for your time.
Can I just talk with you for 1 minute?
Yeah, and then can we let the others? Because I know some people have time.
All right, thank you. But let's get together because one of the things with
No, I appreciate that. I really do.
ATVs on the beach. I mean, I've been coming here. You probably
haven't been here 16 years. I know your husband, John. I know John.
Okay, I'm actually no longer on the board.
I feel awful.
I got too busy for work, so Angela took over as president. But I think, like, my whole point is, like, you guys are in the conservation areas, we're over in the agricultural. It only makes sense for us to be good neighbors. You know,
I'm dealing with that same population down on the road.
Yeah. So can you encourage them to exchange emails and allow us to leave?
You're allowed to leave.
Because I know.
On this day, for this reason, so on, this car you had, so on and so forth.
So is there something illegal about what we've done? Are we being reported as
technically you're trespassing, but
having done something illegal? That's what I want to know. How is it going to show up?
Just explain it to you. And I just explained it to you.
She's not a police. You want me to give him the nickel version?
Yeah.
Taking your motor vehicle onto private property, which is a violation of the Mass General Laws, Chapter 266, Section 121A. Okay? We can issue a non-criminal $250 fine on the spot, or we can summons you to court for a $500 violation. It may affect your operator's license and your registration.
Harold is the...
But
that's the biggest issue.
But that's not what happened here today. We were issued a warning, and now we're leaving.
You're not going to court. There's going to be no further action as far as I'm concerned based on what the Landowners Association wants. But there is, in fact, motor vehicles parked on private property without permission.
But now we've been given a warning, and now we're...
Is this a warning? Is this what you call a warning?
Goodbye, yes.
Yes.
So this, goodbye, have a nice day.
This stays in the record for what, 3 months, 9 months, or something?
Whatever Northampton.
The call stays in the records forever.
Well, I'll give you a call.
The call doesn't go away. No, you're mixing them together. Listen. A warning is a warning. Let me finish. A warning is a warning. Okay, the warning for being on here and the car being on here and the trespassing is a warning. That's all said and done. As far as the information in the cruiser and the back, place me back in the car, that stays with us forever. It's informational purposes. It's public information.
Pile of pallets.
Interesting.
Burning people.
That wasn't my understanding, but if you say so, it must be so.
Guess who had to pick up that?
Nope. Right after, right behind Sis.
All right, you people. Let's clear out.
You're right.
Ay, ay, ay.
They'll probably give us
Yeah, that's right. Well, you can probably be in there. If anybody wants, we can take one more.
Oh.
Yeah, well, my thing
Can I jump into this?
No.
Oh, I don't think we can do that anymore, right? Okay.
Do you want to come in here? You want to come in here?
Yeah, sure.
One extra space. That's mine. So I have places for 2 more people in my car.
Okay.
All right, let's see if I can.
Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah, wouldn't that be? Oh, yeah. Okay, where am I headed?
We're not going to ride in the back of the truck just in case they...
I was going to